What is going on, everyone? Happy hump day. It's almost Friday, and it's almost the weekend, and it's almost next weekend. Welcome back to Sin City Crypto Live. My name is David. I'll be one of your co-hosts. And today, like every single weekday, we're coming at you live from our beautiful studio here in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, a very special guest joining us. AJ from Hit Network will be joining us. He's got 2 tokens he thinks is ready to rip. One of them, Kenny G, if you're here, this is your shot, my friend. One of them is Filecoin, and the other one is a mystery token. We'll go over that. Also, we have news from Barry Silbert and DCG. We have news from FTX. We have news from Voyager and Binance. We also have news from Binance. We also have news from Coinbase. We have news on news on news. But before we can get into all this news, I'd like to introduce you to your other co-host. Hello, Robin.
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto. If it's your first time checking us out, we're an entertainment-focused cryptocurrency channel where we take the old, the boring, the stale information and package it up in a fun, sexy way.
Before you get into the whole, we look at Bitcoin chart, okay? I need to clear the air on something because this was absolutely unacceptable. When you make tweets, sometimes you have to specify from our Sin City Crypto Twitter. You have to specify it to you because I don't stand for this. So Wendy O tweeted, In-N-Out has the best burgers. And to which our friend AJ, who's joining us, said, animal style extra pickles, 100%. And then you tweeted, fat burger over In-N-Out. How dare you?
Bro.
Who picks fat burger over In-N-Out?
I do, man. In-N-Out is so overrated, man. It is like not even that good.
Oh my God.
Bro, we're gonna
That's
go.
probably because you get a plain cheeseburger from there.
All right, look, what we're gonna do is you go to In-N-Out, grab some cheeseburgers or burgers or whatever the hell they make. Animal style, secret menu. You just put Thousand Island on there, that's it.
It's not,
anyways, you go pick up the In-N-Out. I'll pick up the fat burger. We'll rendezvous at the studio, and then we'll have a taste off.
Taste off?
Yeah, it's like a face off, but taste off, baby.
Yeah, I know what it is, but we're going to judge ourselves. I'm going to say, yeah, In-N-Out's better.
No, what you're going to do is you're going to get 2 burgers. I'm going to get 2 burgers.
I am not eating a burger at 10 in the morning.
Why not?
Because.
We can go right afterwards. Who says it has to be?
At noon. We can do at noon.
Yeah.
Rocco, what's your vote?
Well,
In-N-Out or fat burger?
We should do a burger.
He's probably going to say fat burger because Robin said fat burger.
No, I don't like neither. Or
you don't like neither?
No.
So, Robin, while you're getting the fat burger, go ahead and grab some laxatives on your way as well because you're going to need them because those things just clog up your ear.
Yeah, that fat burger's so good, man. Especially
I'm not saying fat burger's bad. Just In-N-Out's way better.
They're expensive.
Yeah, they are expensive.
I paid $23 for a fat burger.
Hey, best
In-N-Out
burger I had was the burger bar in the Mandalay Bay, or when there used to be the Mario Batali, the Carne Vino burger at the bar.
Oh, the Carne Vino burger was pretty good.
It was a $30 burger. It was very good.
I used to work at Carne Vino.
Bobby Flay's got a burger joint that's like connected to Caesar's. Is really good.
Yes. And he also has Bobby's Burger Palace. That's pretty good too. But anyways, enough about burgers. Let's talk about what do I want to talk about first? Okay, I want to talk about, this is pretty big news that broke maybe 20 minutes ago. And it is Amazon is partnering with Avalanche to boost enterprise blockchain adoption. So no articles had been printed at the time. Obviously, you can see here, this tweet was posted 20 minutes ago. Haven't done much research into it, but just face value. A, are you surprised Avalanche was picked? And B, what do you think this is going to do for Avalanche? I mean, Avalanche is pumping. I think it's up like 3.5%, 4% over the last 1 hour. What are your thoughts, Robin?
Well, Amazon being the one of the largest companies in the world, obviously one of the largest retail, and it's bullish, bro. Right? I mean, there's nothing else you can say about it. Now, the fact that they went with Avalanche,
right? I
would say because of the recent headline partnerships with large companies, institutions, we've been almost accustomed to hearing Polygon's name thrown out there over and over again. So in that regard, it's a little surprising. However, knowing the Avalanche community, knowing what they've built, knowing the technology that they have, the speed, the infrastructure, Not surprised at all. This is what they're built for. And, you know, for Amazon Web Services, that's huge, man. That is tons and tons of data. They require a massive amount of throughput because of all of the transactions that they process. Well, the transactions would be on Amazon. The web services, like that's just straight up the internet, right? I mean, everybody uses it.
Yeah.
And so if Avalanche can service the needs of Amazon Web Services, that speaks volumes.
Why not Ethereum, Robin? Why not ETH? Why not Cardano?
Not fast enough. Not fast enough.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Why not Solana?
Stop.
What? Solana's fast. It's cheap. They haven't had any network outages. I'm just saying.
Solana is just like the in and out
So,
burger.
Solana's like the In-N-Out burger.
No way.
A lot of hype.
In and out.
A lot of hype.
Steady.
And,
they're always open.
Exactly.
They're fast. They're reliable.
They're fast. They're like, bro, have you ever seen the lines for In-N-Out? Every
Yeah,
time
exactly.
I drive by,
And
there's
think of
like
how much,
a
man.
trillion cars out there.
Tyler, I just
and
want to say
it's-
I'm happy to have you here.
It's
Kyler.
stable, and they have people inside lined up out the door.
Yes, and they're nice.
They're handling all that.
And they give you for extra condiments without
Bro,
hounding you.
I'm telling you, way overrated, bro.
Why not Cardano,
They're
Robin?
still cheap. They haven't raised their prices out of control. You can still get a burger there for under $4.
You know, I spent $100 on like some milk and eggs yesterday and hot
Bro,
dogs.
the egg shortage.
$115.
Like, all jokes aside, man, that egg shortage thing's crazy.
Getting out of control.
It's getting out of hand. Anyways.
Do you think the Grand Slam breakfast at Denny's the price is going up on that?
Coronado Cafe. Bro.
Has to be. Five Guys. Nifty Paws. Speaking of Nifty Paws, dropped the $10 super chat. Just showing you guys some support. Keep up the great content. Nifty Paws. We appreciate your support, and we will continue to bring great content as long as people like you continue to tune in. So thank you. Also said, Five Guys is really good.
Five Guys is good.
Five Guys is pretty good.
Yeah.
Their milkshakes are bomb.
Still top of the food chain.
Yeah. Enough of food. Let's talk about Amazon. And so what do you guys think? What does the chat think? Are you surprised that it was Avalanche and not any other layer one? It could have been ETH. It could have been Cardano. Could have been.
Did you say Cardano?
No, as a joke. As a joke.
So, you know, here's my thing: is like how integral is Avalanche going to be? And obviously, this would, you know, I would assume that even if it's, you know, they said they're enterprise, right?
Yes.
So obviously, they're not facilitating the web services network. They're not like the backbone of it, obviously. But you know, I think we've all seen the potential for data storage and how it's immutable and how and the positives of blockchain and how that can shape that whole sector. Wouldn't be surprised that this is one headline for Avalanche and Amazon, and maybe moving forward we get more and more and more and more integration. And next thing you know, it's Amazon Avalanche.
What?
Amazon Avalanche.
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 Avalon. Avalazamon. Okay, so let me say some real quick. Let me speak to
I'm
the
trying not to press this button, right? I'm trying not to.
Just do whatever you do, Rocco. I'm used
Okay.
to it, bro. Whatever. Okay.
Looks like Amazon.
Abalone.
Walmart.
Avalanche.
Walmart's.
Okay. All right.
Avalanche.
Let me speak to the viewer here. Okay.
Please.
I know that in your circle of friends and family, you are getting absolutely hounded and eviscerated. How's your crypto doing? Oh, how's your portfolio? I told you it was a Ponzi scam. I told you blah, 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 blah. I'm hearing it. I know you're hearing it. Well, guess what? When everyone is clowning on our space, everyone is clowning on you, on me, on us, saying we're stupid and it's fool's gold and blah, 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 blah. It's never coming back. Just know, as long as you keep your ear to what's going on and you stay diligent and you research and you watch shows like Sin City Crypto, you will always get the most up-to-date information. And so I'm telling you guys, in the bear market, that is when building happens. And you can see Amazon, the number 2 retailer in the entire world, is partnering with a blockchain company with a protocol to get enterprise into blockchain. So if you even have an inkling of concern, maybe some doubt in your mind that, oh, is crypto going to come back? There's your answer right there, my friends.
Is crypto dead?
No, crypto ain't
Crypto,
dead.
you there?
You know what else isn't dead, apparently, is Binance is not dead. So this was interesting to me, Robin, at when this came out. So do you remember yesterday we talked about Coinbase laying off 25% of their workforce?
Mm-hmm.
900 employees.
Mm-hmm.
And now CZ comes out and says, we are looking to expand our workforce by 30% in 2023.
And did he just troll Coinbase?
Straight up troll. They're planning on adding between 3,000 to 8,000. Oh, sorry, from 3,000 people to 8,000 people in 2022. And they're looking to expand that by 15 to 30% more in 2023. Okay. Let's put on our hats on here real quick, okay? Our tinfoil hats. Every single company is laying people off. Coinbase, KuCoin, Crypto.com, MexiGlobe. Outside of crypto, Amazon, Google, Meta. Binance is looking to expand by 30%. Is that not a red flag? Is that not a red flag?
I don't think so.
So every company is having a hard time paying the bills. Binance is fine though. Binance
They
is fine.
literally knocked out number 2 in competition, so they've now absorbed.
Yeah, but
they have now
they have not
absorbed that
absorbed-
trading volume.
They have not absorbed all the trading volume.
I'm not saying they one for one vampired, siphoned every user off of that was on FTX, but I'm just telling you there was millions of users on FTX. They went elsewhere. Some of them went to Coinbase. Some of them went to Binance. I think majority have went to Binance. Yeah, remember, this is a lot of international. Coinbase is, for the most part, US based. So a lot of the users that left FTX international, the next up, Binance. It's Binance, Kraken, or KuCoin. If you're international.
What about Huobi?
Okay, then yeah, Huobi. But the thing is those users left and they went elsewhere. And it's do you don't think that Binance has grown because of the users leaving FTX? You think that it's all artificial and made up?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, they're getting big. They're doing the same thing they did in the last bear market. Remember, Binance came from nowhere in the 2018 bear market. And what did they do? They just kept buying up and knocking out competition. And as one exchange failed and closed, they got more users. Same thing has happened again. Exchanges are closing. Voyager is closed. FTX is closed. You know, Celsius is no longer operating. Gemini, I would feel uncomfortable using it. I'll be honest with you. If I was going to onboard some crypto, if I was going to go buy some crypto today, I'm onboarding either through Coinbase or Binance. Those are my two options. And if I live outside the US, I'm using Binance. And I mean, let me ask you: if you had to move around some and make some sells and buys on your crypto, what platform are you going to use?
Coinbase.
Okay, let's say you're in Japan.
Then I will use a VPN and then use Coinbase. I think. Look, I'm not saying Binance is going under. To me, it was a little.
If anything,
I've
the
been
fact
questioning
that
everything
Coinbase's stock, I'll be honest with you, the fact that Coinbase's stock is down as much as it is.
It rallied 15% yesterday.
They said Coinbase came out and Brian Armstrong said if all else failed, we would keep your crypto. And on top of that, they've laid off a bunch of employees yesterday.
Yes.
And
the
you're
price
saying you
stopped.
feel more comfortable buying from Coinbase than Binance right now.
Yes.
Even though there is essentially
Yes.
a potential for insolvency with Coinbase.
There's more potential for insolvency on Binance than there is on Coinbase. Bro.
I
Coinbase
don't agree.
literally every quarter has to file financial information to the Securities and Exchange Commission.
There is just because
what?
you're publicly traded doesn't mean you can't file for bankruptcy.
Of course you can file for bankruptcy, but at least you'll get an inkling Because the financial documents are out there.
Quarterly reports.
Any financial
Quarterly
documents
reports.
from Binance?
You think that publicly traded companies just go under and it's just everybody knew it? No.
I would. The only place I would keep anything on is Coinbase. And yes, Adam said the fees on Coinbase are ridiculous. Yes, they are ridiculous. And if you trade in and out a lot, just pay the $30 for the Coinbase one, and it's free. And it's free outside of the spread they take. It's free. I want to know.
I'm just saying there is more potential for. You want to talk about
based off of what?
Okay,
based off of what?
Okay, well, you know what? When we go and we look at these projects that go under, we're like, well, the evidence was here. They laid off these employees. This CEO freaking quit.
Has anyone quit from Coinbase?
All I'm saying,
laying off employees is the correct thing to do when you're in a pinch, right? If you're doing what do you say, Robin? What do you say all the time? They say they make their money from trading fees, and we know trading volume is down, right? And so if you put two and two together, it makes sense why Coinbase would have to lay people off. They even said they overhired back in 2020 and 2021. So that makes sense. To me, it makes sense. That's why the stock pumped 15% yesterday. But Binance, on the other hand, they have the whole thing with their charges are waiting to be filed, apparently, here in the US. They're under the microscope, and you have the whole Sam Bankman-Fried thing. So there's too much in the air. I'm personally to feel comfortable putting money on Binance.
I'm saying that, like, Coinbase, I think, will be fine. I think they'll be okay.
They probably both will be fine.
But what I'm saying is that right now, Coinbase is down. Coinbase is laying people off. Coinbase was just a few months ago. Brian Armstrong talked about if we shut down, we're going to keep your cash. And you know what?
But
Binance is growing. Binance is hiring.
But that's in all of their terms of service. It's just Brian came out and said it. He's not hiding behind.
No, but what I'm saying is that the fact that he said it means that it's more realistic of a possibility.
But Robin, here, okay, just take. You don't need a 500 IQ to answer this question. If you were worried and you knew a statement like that would make people take their money off of your platform and make you insolvent, why would he say that? I think they're completely fine.
I think they're fine too. But you know what? Binance is growing and they're getting bigger. While other exchanges are capitulating and trying to weather the while other exchanges are capitulating, trying to weather the storm, trying not to go under during the bear market, laying people off to go as bare bones as possible. You have a competitor that is literally eating the competition, growing and hiring more people. And for me, if I had to pick one of the two, I'm going with the second option.
You're going with Binance?
If I had to choose between Binance and Coinbase.
What does the chat think? If you had to pick one, are you picking Coinbase or Binance? Who are you trusting more?
One for Coinbase, two for Binance. Let's see what the chat thinks.
One for Coinbase, two for Binance.
You got to put life savings in there. This is nothing you should ever
say life savings.
Let's just say, we're just saying that like as a thought experiment, you had to put your life savings in one or the other and keep it there for a year. Would you keep it in Coinbase?
There's a reason institutions trust Coinbase and not Binance, my friend. All right, let's move on to, this was interesting, just a quick hitter here. UK Treasury says the CBDC won't allow the government to know individual transaction data. Yeah, okay, right. Literally, what I want you guys to understand something.
A lot of twos, bro.
A lot of ones, too. Yeah, there's a lot of, there's a lot of twos.
There's
a lot of twos. There's definitely more twos than ones. Here we go, ones, come on, one. Hey, to me, this is kind of, if I would say split down the middle, maybe leaning more Binance. It's an interesting conversation, man. We'll see.
Did you see the interview when they asked CZ if he could withstand a bank run? Did you see what his response was?
Oh, yeah, he straight dodged the question.
He said the lawyers will figure it out.
No. That wasn't, no. That's incorrect. What the conversation was, what if they asked for that clawback of the 1.2 billion or 2 billion from FTX? Would you still be able to pay that?
No. He's talking about he's talking about literally he was on an interview with I think it was Yahoo Finance and they were talking about a bank run.
It was a lady interviewing him, correct?
And they were talking about a bank run and would he be able to facilitate a whole bank run and if everything is quote unquote back 1-to-1. He dodged the question. She reformulated it again in a different wording, but basically the same thing. He dodged it again. basically would not commit to saying that assets are back 1-to-1 and they could survive a full-on bank run.
Unless there's two different interviews. The one I remember him saying the lawyers
probably
will
is. He's been doing a lot of interviews.
They were talking about if their money was clawed back from FTX at $2 billion, would they be able to withstand that? As
this was in regards to a specific, like the term was actually bank run and facilitating withdrawals.
I think, Michael, you might be right.
There might be two. There might be
where
two
he deferred to saying the lawyers will handle it.
Yeah, there's probably because me and Cassius were talking about it. He was playing the video. That was one of our subjects.
Yeah. So. All right. So back to this real quick. What I want you guys to understand something is this. Here's what a CBDC means. That means every single person, you, would have an account directly at the Fed. The same way commercial banks do, you would now have an account at the Fed. And so think of it this way. Think of the Fed as Bank of America. If someone wanted to, can they go into your bank and look at your transactions? The answer is yes. So this is complete BS. Won't allow the government to know individual transactions. That's complete BS. There are positives that can come from a CBDC, but there is way too much gray area.
If the system is designed to...
You're giving that power to the Fed. They are not.
I'm just saying that if the system is designed, CBDC is designed with privacy built into it, then it is what this tweet is saying. Now, do I believe they would make it and not have a back door to unlock it and look at transactions?
Control,
sure,
bro.
Yeah, I agree. But you could, hypothetically, have that if you wanted to. Have privacy and CBDC. Do I think it's likely? Hell no. But but if you wanted to, you could.
Yeah. All right. Before we bring on our guest, real quick, I just want to go over we haven't done this in a little bit of time. I want to go over the crypto market calendar, some of the biggest happenings over the next 30 days or so out of the top 100. So if you want, Polkadot and Filecoin are both doing Twitter Spaces today, 1 p.m. Eastern, which is, I believe, is that right now? Yeah, it's right now. Don't leave us. 10 a.m. And then you have some more. Now, Flare Network, they're getting a CoinEx listing and they're also getting an LBank listing. So a lot of liquidity coming in for Flare. Some other notable things here that are just quick looking at. Filecoin is leasing their EVM, their Filecoin EVM. So the last upgrade before the February launch. That's exciting. Decentraland is having their Metaverse Fashion Week. And also the Lambda upgrade for Cosmos is set for March 31st or potentially earlier. Some things to look out for. So with that being said,
real quick, let me give a little love to the chat as well. Well, first of all, taking a look at our YouTube analytics, which is slightly disappointing. I'm trying to figure out why you guys have not liked the video. Is it because of bad jokes? I mean, we started off the show with some terrible jokes, but all jokes aside. All right. So can I get a thumbs up, man?
can you or may I?
May I? Can you? Hola. And then also, so we got a few new people in here today. And starting here at the top. All right. So we have Roger MCP. We got Screw It. We got D. Henley. We got E. Acosta. Reed. Bit G. Rusty C. Venom. Rodney C. Geronimo. Rusty. Chucky. P. Flug. P. Bass. Yo, y'all got some hard names to pronounce today, man.
Please stop.
And then the Force 1, 2, 3. Just in time. Adam Baker. As well as Zero Bird. To all of you. Hola! Welcome. Sin City Crypto.
Yo, Avax is pumping up 10%. Let's bring AJ on. Let's take a look at something.
What kind of mumbling was that?
AJ,
Yo,
what's up,
what's
my
going
guy?
on, guys?
How you doing,
Another
bro?
day in the live.
Hey, man, thank you so much for joining us. Guys, if you're not familiar, this is AJ Pleasanton. We met him down in Georgia at BitBoy's studio. Amazing analyst, charts. This guy, you want to talk about a trader? This guy's got like 25 screens. You still have those 25 screens hooked up, or are you Are you
It's
bear
probably-
market's
more
kind
like-
of got you
It's more like 32 now. More like 32.
oh you're like CZ and Binance. You've actually you're growing. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah,
Guys,
yeah.
we go make sure to follow AJ on Twitter. We have the link to his Twitter in the description of this video. Now,
Hello, I can see you now.
are we back on?
I don't
Are we
know
live,
what
Kyle? Are
happened.
we live? Yeah.
Yeah, internet's tricky out here in Vegas.
Yeah.
Dang,
Tricky, like
But we're back. We're back.
All right.
it's all right. Are we streaming again
back?
already?
Welcome.
Yeah, we're good. We're good to go. We're good to go.
we're back.
Okay.
All right,
Everything's live.
guys, we're
The
back.
second I started talking, I got rugged, and I was thinking to myself, like, "Welcome to crypto." Like this is.
Did you hear
this
my
is-
question though? Here, let me ask the
here's-
question again for the
all
just
right.
in case.
All right. All
You
right.
had to trust one with everything you know now. Would you trust Coinbase or Binance to keep all your money on?
Gun to my head, Coinbase. Gun to my head, Coinbase.
Why? Okay, why though? Is there any reason you wouldn't trust Binance more?
Here's the thing. Like Binance, like yes, Binance is killer. Binance has a really big market share. X, Y, and Z. Like everyone knows Binance is strong. But when a new 18-year-old kid, 19-year-old college student gets into crypto, they're using Coinbase. That is where the kids go. That's like not up for debate.
Why
Not
do you
like
think that is?
Because I know a lot of kids because I have two little sisters, and my one sister Tori is 18 and she's been telling all her friends about crypto. And when she talks, I've had conversations about what she's heard from other people as well. And all the kids in college are all getting on Coinbase because they like the Learn program because they get like, $18 in free crypto or whatever. They like holding like Cardano or Algorand on there where you can get like, 2 to 5% just for holding the coins. And like I'm sure Binance has that stuff too, but for whatever reason, Coinbase seems to be taking with like the brand new demographic of kids onboarding into crypto. I don't know. And I'm sure there are 19-year-old kids out there that have a Binance. I'm just saying that home base, step one for crypto is Coinbase. It's just a fact.
AJ, I want to jump right in, bro. I don't know if you caught the news from Amazon Web Services. They are using Avalanche. They partner with them to extend and to build out enterprise or blockchain for enterprise. I believe
cute.
Avax is up like 10% over the last hour.
Let me check. Hold on.
Yeah. Go ahead and pull that up.
Avax?
Avax, yeah. Go ahead and pull
Oh,
that
yeah,
up. I'm curious, where do you think this thing's gonna go before it gets rejected? If I am bullish on this news, and of course I would not recommend anyone FOMOing based off of emotion or big news, But if you are that person, you're like, I don't care. I plan on holding for 3, 4, 5 years. This is big to me. I want to get in. I think it's going to go higher. What are some levels they should want to see before they enter into Avalanche?
All right. Can you show my computer?
Yeah.
All right. So let me scoot this bad boy over here. That's the other chart. I have AVAX up, but that's the chart I was at before.
You're on Bitcoin now. Can you swap over to AVAX?
No, I did on that tab, and it hasn't changed. That's the tab I changed.
All right. Well, while AJ's fixing that, let me pull up. Yeah, oh damn, this thing is straight pumping. Here, while AJ works on that, look at this. Look at this. Up 13.78% over the last 1 hour. Over the last 1 hour, this thing has just completely shot up. I mean, hey, Robin, just so you know, my friend, this would be considered a breakout, not Bitcoin going from 17,000 to 17,500. All right, let me go ahead and let us know what's up.
Can you see my chart now?
Let me see the chart now. Nope, still frozen. I'm gonna hop on to my trading view real quick, and then we can discuss this here real quick. So, by the way, guys, if you're an Avalanche fan, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat. I wasn't too big on Avalanche, but this thing might change my mind. So let's take a look. Let's find AVAX. Where are you? Bam. AVAX from Bitfinex. So this is on the daily. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, I mean, look at all that volume. Look at all that volume from AVAX. And if we even go a little more micro and we go, let's just say 30 minutes, or let's just go 15 minutes. 15-minute chart on AVAX. This thing is straight ripping right now. The RSI is over, I want to say it's over 80. Let's take a look here. Oh yeah, it is. RSI is currently sitting at 88. And so what you guys got to remember is what goes up must come down. So if we swap back over to the 1 hour and we take a look at what kind of levels we're looking at, and we'll get AJ's opinion on this as well. And so just right off the jump, okay, the first levels I'm looking at is $14.25. Okay, we're almost there. So let me draw a horizontal line and let me kind of scooch in. And the reason I'm drawing this level is because 3 times since December 4th, have we seen Avalanche get rejected at these levels? And that level, again, is $14.21. It's happened back in December 4th of last year. It happened again on December 13th. And yet again, so we essentially had a triple top at $14.21, came all the way back down, W-shaped recovery up. And we are currently, let me see. So we have wicked above this price, but got rejected, which is interesting. So we wick up. What the hell was that? What was that? Okay, that was weird. All right, so we wicked above, and we got rejected. And so, I don't know, AJ. So we hear your charts are working. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on everything I kind of just talked about? Are you in congruence with me? We can't hear him now. Hold on, we're fixing audio. If you're new here. All right, go ahead. Talk, AJ. Nope. All right. While we're fixing that, you can go back to my laptop, Rocco. Guys, if you're new here, I promise you, this doesn't happen often. All right. So again, AVAX. So let me figure out, okay, if we do break above, so with a move like this, what you typically expect is you expect this to break up and then close on top, build support, and go back up. We haven't done that. So if we get rejected, I would expect us to retest this $13.30 level almost immediately. This was support and then later resistance. If not, we're going down to $12.79. So I guess we'll kind of see, man. We'll kind of see. If we do break up, and we make support, or let's just say this news is so big, it allows Avalanche to completely blow right by this support, this resistance level. I think the next level we're looking at is $16. And guys, Avalanche was sitting sub $10. I believe it was sub $10. So that's the next level of resistance. Avalanche was sitting right at $10.50 for a while. It was ranging between $10 and $11 for a long time. So right now, if you had Avalanche, you're up 40% with no leverage. And so should you deleverage? Should you get out? What do you think, Robin? If you had bought Avalanche at $11 and you see this massive pump.
I remember us talking about getting in at $5 as well. And AJ should be good to go, by the way. AJ, you hear us? You over there?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yay! We're Gucci, baby.
Yeah, sorry to the chat, and sorry to you, AJ. When we disconnected there, we had to reboot everything, so you know how that is. But anyways, I know we were talking about Avalanche as an entry point as perhaps getting as low as $5. I know it didn't get quite there, but that was a range we were targeting for the bottom of the bear market. Yeah. So, what's your vibe on Avalanche?
What are the charts saying, man?
All right. Can you go to my chart? All right. So first of all, just disclaimer: I'm not a big Avalanche guy.
Okay.
I'm not gonna like straight throw them under the bus, but you know, I kind of had I met one of the people on their team in New York, and you know, I'd rather work with people who are nice. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Not a fan. They can come at me all they want. I don't care. So right here, strong floor. That should be said. That was
so real quick,
from,
AJ. What time frame are you on, and what level is
this?
that?
All right, so I'm gonna be changing as I go. I should have started with that. This is the 5-day chart.
Okay.
5-day chart. Right back. Strong floor established July of 21. That needs to be stated. If you were watching this level, it's technically a little bit higher because this wick was lower. But regardless, strong floor. So when we come in on this, I'll switch to the 1-day chart. So 1-day chart, here we are. On the 5-day, we were actually still below the 50 on the RSI. Hopefully it doesn't, for the sake of its price action, if it gets rejected on the 5-day at the 50, that will say a lot about the continuation of this. But for the 1-day chart, let's just focus on that. If we go from, you know, this line here to where we are, technically this is not a breakout yet. We're dancing on the edge of a breakout. If we go in here and just look at price action, we are right on the edge of technically it being a breakout. It very well could get rejected from this line and come back down. And then from there, I mean, it has gone above the 50 on the RSI. And it's coming up towards the 80. It's not over bought yet, so it could very well continue and technically be a breakout. Let's go down to like I went to the 1-hour chart, which is cool. Yeah, this, I don't see this going past 15, 20. No way. Unless, you know, everything I know about RSI just disappears. I mean, it's overbought for me is 80. It's at an 88. And also it even has a little bit of bearish div on the 1 hour. The majority of the volume here. Let me zoom back out to like the 4 hour to see something really fast. 1 second. Yeah, so it's approaching the 80 on the 4 hour. Oops. Let me kind of get a general idea of the volume profile for the rest of the chart here when that kind of corrects. There we go. Okay. So if it breaks out, this is what this is what it could do if it breaks out. And of course my volume goes away. Okay, there we go. So if it breaks out, so here we are at this volume level here. It could retest this line and then probably come up to this volume, the visible range volume profile, or this one, which would put it at $17 or $16. Or it could get rejected and it could come back down to $13 or $11 based off of the visible range volume profile. It very well could continue. Let me zoom in here to like the 23-minute chart, for example. Oops, pointer. Go back.
Did you say the 23-minute chart?
Yeah, I run the 23-minute chart because everyone
Who the
else
hell
runs
uses
the.
the?
Hold on, whoa, whoa, whoa,
I
whoa,
don't
whoa.
even
A lot
see
of
the
people.
20.
Hold on. A lot of people run the 24-minute chart, and I want to trade a minute ahead of them.
I can appreciate that, but you must have like the highest level of trading view.
I like it.
I have never seen a 23-minute chart.
6-minute abs.
23
Dude, 5
minute
minute
abs.
If my man
Right.
AJ had a gas station and everything would be 98 cents, he'd be like, "Yo,
Yeah,
across
yeah,
the street they're 99. I got this."
Yeah, yeah, 100%, 100%. Well,
That's awesome.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead, my friend.
this thing popped off really hard. It went straight up, barely to the right, and when that happens, I don't really see this thing continuing up. If it breaks through, like I said, if it breaks through a technical breakout, which is like 1475, 1473, and then retest that line, that's great. But I kind of see it getting shut down at that line, based off of how overheated the RSI is. But it's possible. Anything's possible. Very well could be wrong. Yeah, it did have some bullish div, even if you just traded based off bullish div off 9 o'clock in the morning, you would be in a very good trade right now. But
Okay.
it's not on my watch list, so I missed it. But there you go.
What is on
Avalanche.
your watch list? Now, the theme of today's show is there's two tokens that you have identified as breakout.
Yep.
One of them, you teased it to me. You told me it was Filecoin. And we know one of our members, Kenny, my biggest hater. He is a huge Filecoin guy. I know we have some other Filecoin friends in here. What are you seeing on Filecoin that makes you think it's getting ready to break out?
And I want to add in on this Filecoin is that that was way off of its all-time highs.
Yes.
And so looking at anything in the top 50, I don't think anything is far off from the all-time high that has been around since 2017. You can look at ICP for an example. That was more of a list price came out. The market makers just fumbled that one. But I do think that, I don't know, is there something else from a project that's been around from 2017? Top 50, nothing is far away from the all-time highs Filecoin. Am I correct?
That is exactly one of the points I'm so bullish on it. See, a lot of people will kind of come at me because, I don't buy Bitcoin, I don't buy Ethereum. The biggest market cap I'll touch is Cardano based off the fact that it's a minimum 10x from all-time high. I'm not in this game to 3x my money or 4x my money. I'm here to 10 to 20x my money. And yes, Filecoin has some inflationary. Has it switched? Let me share this tab instead. So I go to my Filecoin chart. There we go. So Filecoin does have some inflationary, aspects to its tokenomics, but it also has deflationary aspects to its tokenomics. So that does have to be taken into account. But it is 98% down from its all-time high. And if it went from where it is to its all-time high, which is technically right here, would be a 6,800% pump. 6,800% pump. So that's if it went back to all-time high, that's every dollar in your pocket becoming a $68 bill. So if you compared that to, say, Bitcoin, which is like a 3.4, 3.5x from all-time highs. Like I said, I'm not here to 3x, I'm here to 20 plus x. And Filecoin is definitely a candidate to do that. Even if it went halfway to its all-time high, you're still looking at more than a 30x. This coin has not broken out. Hold on.
You might be looking for the 20x. I'm looking for the 23x. I'm just trying to tell you.
Hey, easy. I feel you. I do. I like
AJ, we love you, bro.
I love you too, bro. It's good to be here. But so here's the thing. Filecoin hasn't broken out yet. It hasn't broken out yet, but I'm watching it. It's 98% down. I'm looking at it on the weekly chart, and it is coming around on the RSI. It is kind of coming back up to retest that 50 line. So when we kind of zoom in here, let's just say to the daily chart instead of the weekly chart. Just like AVX, this thing is right on the line, basically, of technically breaking out. Except it is gone. This is way further back in time in this pattern than Avalanche. I mean, this goes back to August of 21. It's been going down in this pattern. So if it breaks out of this pattern now, that's going to be a very big deal.
You know what I really like about Filecoin is that So as we mentioned, it came out, had its ICO 2017. It went through the bear market. But what I find really attractive about Filecoin is that it's actually trading under what the price was for majority of the bear market in 2018. So if you look at the 2018 price, it was around $4.
Why don't you see that as a negative?
And no, I'm saying it's super positive.
I'm saying, but wouldn't you say that as a negative?
No, because it
I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the
I don't
value.
disagree with you. I'm just,
before the last run up, you had $4 or $5 Filecoin shot way the hell up. Everybody's thinking they missed out the boat. Now you're able to get an entry point that is even cheaper than in 2018, something you're not finding in a lot of the other top coins.
So here's the thing that I see here happening with Filecoin. Am I saying right now, hey everyone, go buy Filecoin? No, that's not what I'm saying. This Filecoin chart looks very similar to a number of other charts. Basically, if you went long the second the ball dropped on New Year's Eve, if you said Happy New Year's, kissed your girlfriend, and long crypto, you would be winning. But now everything has kind of got exhausted. Everything's a little overheated, and now everything's coming back down. What this chart right here looks a lot like many charts. So, if we go from the second the ball dropped, basically the first, right around here somewhere, it went up 29%, but now it's only up like 19%, and it's coming back down. But here's the thing. For the first time in a while on the 4-hour chart, Filecoin started putting in some like higher highs, like higher high. And now if this comes, so this is what we're looking for with Filecoin. I'm not saying short it. I'm saying patiently wait. And also on the 4-hour, you see the 50 and the 200 EMA. If this crosses right here, basically right here, it is about to cross. That would be a super, super bullish bear cross for Filecoin. And another thing is that we're basically waiting for it to retest the cross itself. And as long as it doesn't go below, like, say, this level right here, let me make that a little bit bigger so you guys can see. As long as it doesn't go below like 326, because this was like a little low that it had here. So as long as it turns around before this point and puts in a higher high, it could come back to retest this big giant long breakdown point. So that's kind of the level you're watching for. A lot of times things will actually dip a little tiny bit below that to fake people out. So just because it'll go a couple dollars over or a couple pennies over under doesn't mean that it's over forever. They do that a lot to try to trick people. So watch for that. But it hasn't broken out, but I think it could. And if it goes over this long-term trend line that's been growing since August of 21, basically, if this thing breaks out, it's going to boom. And I also know that Q1 of this year, they're releasing the FVM, the Filecoin virtual machine, and that basically brings smart contracts to Filecoin, making it a full-fledged layer 1. I have done a recent deep dive on Filecoin. Myself, along with the content team here at Hit Network, will be putting out a new video on Filecoin here coming up in the next week or two. It is definitely one to watch.
Okay,
Definitely.
what's your second?
And then just real quick, so you outside of the chart, so you're pretty bullish on the fundamentals on Filecoin. That's kind of where you're getting at. I know.
Well, not even just that, like the width. All right, so if data is the new gold, storage is like the vehicle for that, okay? And my bit with Filecoin is that, so centralized servers, like, yeah, they're convenient, like Amazon, Google, blah, 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 Microsoft, but it's all has one single point of failure. Like, they're easier to attack. They're not like spread out across like central nodes. Like most of them are in like these big like warehouses and stuff. And the worst part about centralized servers is censorship. Like they can censor, like Parler, for example, was on a centralized server. And now where's Parler? Like this is the thing. Like the people don't have control. The big tech companies with their own policies that kind of go outside of the realms of ethics, they are controlling the centralized servers. So Filecoin is a decentralized server that spreads out all of the nodes all over the country, and they'll actually pay you in Filecoin to use storage on your hard drives, on your computers. And with that, we get the power back. We like choose what is there and what isn't, things are going to be like more censorship resistant. And Filecoin storage is so big that they could archive the entire internet over 275 times.
That's insane. You know, you
it's
mentioned paying. You know who else is paying? Jimmy is paying for you to be a member of this channel, and he has gifted 20 channel memberships. Jimmy, the official hype man of Sin City Crypto. Jimmy, we love you, my friend. So if you're a member of the channel now, feel free, use your emojis.
And if you're new here, say hello so we can drop an hola at you in the chat as well. I'm gonna compile the new people.
Yeah, so we can butcher your names. Now, AJ, there was another coin. There was another coin. You wouldn't tell me what it was, but you said this one's also getting ready to pump. What is that coin?
Okay, so real quick, I'm going to plug myself right here. I just want to say that these coins I'm talking about from a TA perspective are coins I'm looking at like on a TA level that I think could break out, that have a lot of promise. Okay. At 4 p.m. today, I'm going to host my own Twitter space. I have my own Twitter space every Wednesday at 4 p.m.
Is that Eastern or Pacific?
On Eastern Standard Time, like New York time. And I'm going to talk about my 2023 sleeper picks. And so the coin I'm going to talk about here are more my TA picks, but the coins I want to talk about at 4 p.m. are more of my sleeper picks that's more fundamental analysis rather than technical analysis. But yes, Filecoin is on my sleeper pick list as well.
All right, here, real quick, AJ. Let me, I got your Twitter on here, guys. Go follow AJ. AJ Writes Crypto. There's a link in the description of this video as well. This is where you'll find his Twitter Spaces that he's talking about. And let me tell you guys something. This dude does his research. He studies the charts. He knows what he's talking about. And so, you want some sleeper picks? Definitely go check it out. Go ahead, AJ. We'll swap back over to you.
Yeah. And also, I just want to thank you guys for having me on the show. This is my second time on the show, and doing stuff like this is how I kind of built the little following I've had on Twitter. I mean, dude, I restarted on Twitter once that Ben gave me a chance to be on the other side of the camera. That was in September.
Yeah.
What the Twitter following I've gathered has happened in 4 months, and that's all because of doing things like this, meeting people like you, putting myself out there, just saying what I feel. And it's just a big motivation to anybody who's trying to get traction in crypto is that if I could pull off 5,000 in 4 months, you can too. You just got to grind as hard as you can, and that's basically amazing. Where I'm at. It's just an endless grind. It's an endless grind, but I love it, and that's why I'm here. So the next coin that I teased to you just a little bit is ApeCoin.
ApeCoin, okay.
Unlike Filecoin, unlike Avalanche, ApeCoin has already broken out. This is the daily chart for ApeCoin. It has been in this formation, just like Bitcoin. This, right here is the June low, right? And it was kind of had this floor. It looks kind of similar to the Bitcoin chart, except this one broke out. And it broke out because, if you kind of form this little channel right here, this was actually a triangle. And really it kind of went out of this. You can still kind of think of this as a triangle if you eliminate this little guy right here. But, it is kind of technically a channel. But it came down here and then it actually broke out of this level here not long ago. I know that there is a bunch of news behind ApeCoin with Yuga Labs, and I don't know exactly what it is. Taco from the NFT Alpha with the office across from mine was telling it to me, but I don't exactly remember what it is. But here's my worry with ApeCoin right now from a technical standpoint, as the RSI is super overheated. We're kind of all the way up into the money flow on Market Cypher. And, we even put in this kind of top dot right here on Lux Algo. And we're approaching the reversal zone on Lux Algo Premium as well. So, in case you're wondering, I run a combination of Market Cypher and Lux Algo for TA. This is the Market Cypher B oscillator. This is the Lux Algo oscillator. And they kind of look similar, but at the same time, they're kind of different. But when they look exactly the same, that's when I know I could say something for sure. Because when they're different, it means there's kind of a mixed signal, a more of uncertainty. But when they look the same, then I know something's really going to happen, because they kind of, you're looking for that confluence.
What's your level? What level are you watching then? What are you saying? If you were getting an ApeCoin right now, you think it's going to break out. Where are you taking your money out? What level?
Okay, so basically, it was putting in lower lows, lower lows, lower lows for a long time, right? And then here in November, the end of November, middle of November, it put in this big low here. And then here, it actually put in a higher high December 19th, December 20th. That was the first higher high, like significant higher high on the ApeCoin daily chart in a while. And then we had one over here, but it's not nearly as significant as that, and it got rejected. The difference with this one is that this one actually broke out. So basically what we're watching for now is because the RSI is overheated, because we're approaching the reversal zone, I am kind of looking for this chart to maybe go up and test the 50 EMA, and then it's probably going to come down and retest this level here. There's a big visible volume right here popping out. So that level right there, what price is that? Around 391. It's probably going to come back, maybe retest 391. It might not even go that low, to be honest. I am just looking for a retest of like this range right here. And then as long as Bitcoin and everything else works with it, Bitcoin dominance, Tether dominance, the stock market, etc., I'm looking for it to come down and then pop out. That would be best case scenario. This is one of those things. This is the daily chart, so we kind of want to let me clean this chart up a little bit. But let's kind of look in at like the 4-hour chart here for a minute. Yeah, and it is continuing on it's bouncing off the 50 on the RSI, positive money flow, green dot on market cipher. It is kind of in like a continuation looking pattern at the moment. This thing probably could carry on for a little while. I didn't see the top of the last volume node. If I zoomed out, let me see. 1 second. Let me get some levels here.
And then while you're taking a look at those levels, I'm just going to give a quick shout out to the chat. So some of the new people that we have in here today, big love to G-Man, Laman, Razul, PYR, The One, Crypto RN, Nima, Hazy, Hesley. We got two Alexes, Alex, and Alex Green, Scrunk Case, Sethathon.
You can't even say
for
skunk.
Fun. We got Slipstream, Max L, Tony C, Christopher Stemmer, Jean-Claude Hashfalam, Cape, Anton, Crypto Crabman, Mike John, and the Kid. Come on to all of you. Hola! Welcome to City Crypto.
Love it.
There's a lot of names.
Do you really love it? No, you don't.
So real quick with Ape, I pulled a fib level from its low to its high, and the 078, surprisingly, not surprisingly at all, is right at this top right here. July, August 22. So that level there is super important. So, and the crazy thing about that level there is that that's around $8. Right now, it's approaching $5. If we were to go from where we are to this level, we're looking at a 64% pop. That would be ideal for it to come back up to this level, and that's like the next fib level. So that's super important. We very well could get rejected. We could negatively retest the breakout. It is crypto, anything's possible. But Ape, as we've seen in the past, Ape tends to have a mind of its own. Yuga Labs has a really strong ecosystem. They have a lot of things cooking. They have a lot of people, a lot of big community. ApeCoin can very much have a mind of its own, and that is something to keep in mind moving forward. I'm not saying to long ApeCoin right now. I am saying monitor the situation, wait for it to turn around. It is overheated at the moment. Wait for it to retest the breakout line and maybe go long from there, given other market conditions. The last coin I wanted to talk about today.
Hold on, you giving us three?
I'm giving you three. You guys are my boys. I got one more for you. I'm not even going to go really far into it.
Don't tell me it's Algorand, please.
It's not Algorand. It's not Algorand.
Kidding.
It's Fantom.
Oh, there's not been a lot of talk
on that
coin
coin still around? Are they alive?
This is all. Hold on, guys. This is all I'm going to say. I'm not even going to say. I'm going to go boom, boom.
Inverse head and shoulders.
Daily chart. That's it. That's all I got.
That's big. Where's the neckline? Will you draw a neckline for us?
The neckline right there. This would be 77.
So it looks like it already crossed above the neckline. Okay. So what level are you looking at?
Oh no, you're saying this. No, it's basically at the neckline. I was going here. You're going here. Yeah, so it would be.
That's what you're trying to. You're drawing an inverse head and shoulders, correct?
It's literally. It's literally at the neckline. It's almost
neckline.
at the neckline. Yeah, sorry,
Okay.
I got confused with the terminology. So if I would define that as here. Oops, not straight. It's not. It's a crooked neckline. I'd actually pull that down. Yeah, it's approaching it. So right, it's actually it hasn't broken out of it. You know, we're 6% away. I just saw that. Fantom, if you know me and my story, Fantom is a chart that I have had a love-hate battle with when I kind of really got into more leverage trading stuff. The Fantom 3S3L chart on KuCoin. Oh man, that has been like my biggest moneymaker has been shorting Fantom. Believe it or not, of all the coins I've ever traded, shorting Fantom has made me more money than anything. But yeah, this
I remember you talking about that too.
Yeah, we talked about it all that time ago. And this has been like the first time I've kind of come back to this chart and saw something worth kind of seeing. I mean, even if we kind of wanted to, it is kind of what I'm worried about is the kind of channel that it's in. It doesn't have like a firm floor. Like if we wanted to go like this and then just discount the fact that it went out of it and counted that as the floor, you could. Or if you wanted to count it as a channel, you could go like that. And then, I just obviously did that. I would always try to draw it like this, but I've had a couple conversations with other traders that will tell you that when this happens, to draw another line and make it smaller and pretend like that never happened and still count the floor, which is a super interesting concept. And then if we wanted to go by this, I mean, that is almost a breakout if you wanted to go off that point of view there too. So
are you saying you're switching up your strategy and you are not going to be shorting Fantom? Instead, you'll be longing Fantom.
So this is only the daily chart. If I wanted to zoom in, go 4 hour. Yeah, so it's coming back down. But like I said, if we're going off of, let me make this a little cleaner. If we're going off of this as a breakout, it's probably going to retest the EMAs right here. This is the 4 hour chart. We have a bull cross on the 4 hour chart that just happened Saturday. Saturday, we had a bull cross on the 4 hour chart. So I'm kind of waiting for this to come down. It's going to retest the 50 line on the RSI. It's going to retest the EMA. And when it comes back around from that, I mean, it could, as long as it doesn't put in like a stupid lower low, it's something to monitor. What I'm worried about that concerns me is that technically it didn't go over this level here. That is kind of sad. And then if we go to the daily with Fantom, another thing I noticed about its floor is that this is like the lowest of low floor. And if we kind of clean this stuff up, hold on one second. If we wanted to go from here to kind of just get a sense of previous and important price matters.
Real quick, while you're drawing on the charts, I just want to talk about just a little bit about Fantom. One of the big catalysts for the downward price action of Fantom was the departure of Andre Cronje.
The godfather of DeFi.
Yeah. Yep. Now, what's funny because he kind of stepped back into Fantom, and this was not quite a big of a story.
He was also, I believe, either the founder or part of Yearn Finance as well.
Yeah, he is the founder of Yearn Finance as well. So he revealed this was back in late December, so just a couple weeks ago. He revealed that he accepted a position as a board member for both the Fantom Foundation and Fantom Operations, and he was actively discussing the roadmap for Fantom's 2023 rollout, which he says will focus on DApp ecosystem expansion. People sold because he had left, but people aren't buying because he's back. Not quite as much buzz on the way back in as on the way back out. So,
yeah, I noticed that. But yeah, interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. The thing, I don't know. I kind of been looking more at the bigger time frames lately. I've been looking a lot at the 10 days, the 5 days, the 2 weeks, stuff like that. If you guys know me, I'm a 30-second degenerate trader. Most of my trades last less than 20 minutes tops. I have been looking, the argument of if the bottom is in has been an argument lately. I know, we're going to have some CPI numbers tomorrow, right? We got some more macro kind of stuff going on. 2023 could very well just be this very long, boring waiting period. My biggest takeaway from this year is that in March, we can say, guess what? The halving's a year away. In March, we can say we're 1 year away from the halving. And if we're sticking to the cycles, there's always a little markup accumulation phase leading up to the halving. And based off of that, even if we put in lower lows with Bitcoin, it doesn't mean that we can't be recovered. I kind of feel like, given 2022, if you're just getting into crypto now, better off than getting in this time last year. So really consider yourself lucky if you just got in now. And you, just because you didn't buy Bitcoin at $1,000 doesn't mean you can't become a crypto millionaire. We are still early in the long term of this. I mean, we are still at a point in history where there is no clear regulation. There is no regulatory clarity. People aren't even sure how to legally start a public blockchain in America, like legally, considering like how the SEC considered like LBRY a security. Yeah. I always say Libri. I don't know why, but I didn't want to say Libri on air, but now I'm sold out. So anyway, but it's just like, there's still like a lot of unknown stuff in this space that is just, the uncertainty isn't a bad thing, because the people that like us that are kind of like keeping our finger on the pulse of this whole thing, it's like a Netflix series that keeps getting better every day, except it's real life. And there is too much money in crypto for the American government to be like, absolutely not. Like, we know they're not going to outlaw it. We know that it's going to be around. Well, it's just a matter at what capacity, who regulates it. Like really. And another thing I'm going to kind of wrap with this is that, people see, the regulators see, the politicians, they saw what happened to FTX. They saw what happened to BlockFi and all that stuff. And they think to themselves like, oh, like that's because of crypto. No, that is not because of crypto. That is because of a bunch of stupid, greedy, bad actors that misused crypto and stole from a bunch of people. The real people in crypto, like the people like us that like want to use this kind of technology to better our lives, to like, have the life of our dreams, is basically what we're going for here, right? So, and crypto was created to separate ourselves from the government. Our goal is to be our own banks. Our goal is to have financial sovereignty, financial privacy. So, like, I just don't want to see crypto become the monster it separated itself from in the first place. And that's basically the whole point of why I literally have dedicated my life to educating people in crypto. So
I like that. I preach that view all the time too.
I think your mic's muted, Kyler. He's good. Go ahead, Kyler. You're good.
No, I like that view, man. I feel like we get so lost from why it started, and everybody wants commercial adoption and they think that's the way forward. No, it's like, it's a movement by the people for the people. Let the people dictate how this is going to run and operate.
Exactly.
That's what we all want.
Yeah. A problem with this, that Ben even touches on this too, like we agree with this, is that we're sick of seeing people from TradFi come in and like try to do the crypto thing. Like, tell me why, when the whole FTX thing first fell out, when they had the hearing about it, why was it Elizabeth Warren was asking Kevin O'Leary about crypto? Like, why do like the TradFi guys, or why are these the people in court talking to politicians about crypto regulation? Like, why? Like, we don't want TradFi people to regulate crypto. We created crypto to get away from them. Like, do you see my dilemma here? Like, what matters is that the people who are affected by this, the people that actually are going to use this space for good, like when the regulators, Elizabeth Warren, like, crypto is only used by drug lords and money launderers. Well, like, I look around, like, everyone who follows me on Twitter and everyone in my Twitter spaces and you guys and everyone I know in crypto, I don't know any drug lords and I don't know any money launderers. So it's just like, don't try to make these crazy blanket statements when, I don't know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Robin's
okay.
definitely if the new definition of drug lord and money launderer was butchering people's names, that would definitely be Robin.
You see the chest
sure.
hair? This is definitely the telltale mark of
The butcher.
a butcher. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, totally.
Butcher chest.
Totally.
Then you get the
But
powerful
yo,
beard.
one of these days, I want to come to Vegas and play 2-5 poker with you guys. I've been
Come on, bro.
chomping.
Well, don't
at the
talk about
bit.
it. Be about it, bro. It's just a play.
Don't tell me about the
Come
labor.
on.
Show me the baby.
Yo, it's actually so funny. So Ben's like doing this whole like book tour thing, and I've just been here grinding at Hit Network, right? And I'm like in the kitchen the other day, just a couple hours ago, and I walk out of the kitchen, and Steven's like, "Hey, like, can you send me a picture of your face?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "For your media pass." I'm like, "Media pass?" He's like, "The book tour?" I'm like, "I'm not going on the book tour." And I go, Ben, am I going on the book tour? He was like, "Yeah."
Okay, fine.
Like, what?
That's funny.
Like
Well,
I hadn't. No one told me anything.
How you gonna take all
but
your computer
apparently-
screens with you?
So you're gonna be out here in
Apparently,
Vegas at the end of the month, then, huh?
I see. I don't know the tour.
Are they
list. I
picking
don't
up the
know
tab?
dates.
Is
I don't
Ben
know
picking
nothing.
up the travel tab?
I hope so.
Knowing Ben, he will. Knowing Ben, he will.
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Oh, yeah,
I don't.
for
I don't
sure.
think he would invite you to go without picking up your tab. So
All right, guys.
Yeah.
I want to know if you are a fan of AJ. Put a 1 in the chat. I want to see at least 221s in here because we got 220
I want to see
people in the chat.
223 ones. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
All
23
jokes
minute
aside,
chart for days.
all jokes aside, guys, we love bringing AJ on. We think he's one of the up and coming people in our space. So you're young, you're hungry, you're smart, and you're committed, and we appreciate that, my friend. Guys, if you haven't followed AJ yet on Twitter until he gets his own YouTube channel, make sure to go follow him. Go ahead.
You
Say it. Go ahead, man. How's yours, my
all right,
friend?
Before I leave you guys, first of all, thank you guys so much for having me on. You guys are like my favorite other channel in crypto. Like, I wish you guys your office was next to ours because you guys are my homies. Like, I really appreciate you guys always looking out for me.
Bro.
Thank you. I do appreciate that.
All right,
But,
look, we're gonna
here's the
open up
thing.
a new branch. It's gonna be called Dirty Bird Crypto, bro. We're gonna be out there.
Hey. So,
What?
all right. So I'm not exactly sure the day or the time or anything like that, but I'm piloting a new show here at Hit Network,
Okay.
and it's called the Ultimate Trading Championship. It's a one-on-one competitive leverage trading competition where where you have to outtrade your opponent in less than an hour. It's a scalping competition. I'm the host. I'm picking 4 or 5 charts off the rip, and they have 45 minutes to an hour to find positions, go long or short, leverage, jump in and out of trades. They have to make more money than the other trader in an hour or less. And the winner wins. And the profits will probably be donated to charity. And eventually, we're going to have like a 32 trader bracket or even 64 trader bracket, single elimination to figure out who the champion for the year is. I have already got some of the biggest names in crypto have already agreed to being on this show.
Tease us.
I don't want to name drop.
Okay,
but,
all right.
If
That's
you
fine.
if you think them and they are like top traders, yes.
The one?
Yes.
Does one of them rhyme with Meredith Malame?
What do you think?
No, Con. You can plead the fifth. It's okay, my friend.
All right. Okay. All right. He wants to do a stock day.
That's cool, man.
That's
That sounds like
the
an
fact.
interesting idea, bro.
He wants to do it, but with stocks, and I told him that I'd make that happen.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, we're gonna
So,
get
yeah,
in
so
contact about a new lease space for Dirty Bird Crypto out there in Atlanta, and
Yeah, I think there's an opening right under my bed. I think you can find it.
Go ahead, Robin.
That's
Robin
where
can
Dirty
fit
Bird
under
Crypto
there.
would be, right?
Robin
we
is-
have a little,
Robin
have
is-
a little bunk bed.
Robin's
Bunk
formed
bed,
like a
Dirty
hobbit,
Bird.
anyways.
I was just joking. I'm just joking.
Here comes
around.
Rocco
But
with
yo,
the
if you
womp
guys
womp.
ever
Here it
want to
comes. You
come,
gotta
if you guys
protect
ever want to
everybody.
come, if you ever want to come on Ultimate Trading Championship, both of you, Rocco, if you guys want to leverage trade on my show, you're more than welcome to.
We appreciate the
100%.
offer, my friend. And we look forward
Hell
to
yeah.
bringing you on our show again. Guys, go support AJ. Follow him on Twitter at AJ Writes Crypto. Or if you don't want to search it, just click the link in the description. AJ, have a great day, my friend. And we'll
Thank
talk
you guys.
to you later.
Appreciate you. Have a good one.
hey, brother.
Peace.
All right. Peace.
Woo.
All right.
Yeah, that's good.
That was good. A lot of TA, man. If you like TA, put a 1 in the chat.
He had
All right.
a lot of. He had a lot of ones, man. He
Yeah,
had a lot
did
of
have a
ones.
lot of
man.
ones, yeah.
It was a lot of ones.
AJ's good, man.
Somebody put a 0. Who put a 0? Rodney. We put a 0 in the chat, bro.
Maybe he doesn't like AJ. It's fine. You don't have to like everyone. I'm sure people don't like me.
Okay,
A lot of
okay.
people don't like you too. So, all right. That was great, TA. Okay. Let's get into some of the biggest news of the day, as it rhymes. So we're going to first start with DCG lashes out at Cameron Winklevoss, claims there was no relationship with Three Arrows Capital. On Tuesday, January 10th, Gemini CEO Cameron Winklevoss published an open letter on Twitter addressing the member of DCG, the board member of DCG, asking Barry Silbert to step down. DCG responded to Cameron, stating that this is a desperate and unconstructive publicity stunt from him trying to deflect himself from Gemini. DCG noted that Cameron and Gemini are solely responsible for running the earned product and marketing it to their customers. This is a quote from DCG. We are preserving all legal remedies in response to these malicious, fake, and defamatory attacks. DCG will continue to engage in productive dialogue with Genesis and its creditors with the goal of arriving at a solution that works for all parties. We kind of talked about this yesterday. How much, and we're going to keep this thing moving. How much blame should DCG and Genesis get? How much blame should Gemini get? Is it 50-50? Is it 75-25? Is it 100% one way or another, Robin?
100%.
Two?
Genesis, DCG fault.
Really?
Yeah.
So no
Hey, here's-
accountability for Gemini. 0? When they said on their website, we do our due diligence every few months or so to make sure that these people are up to par.
Do you hold the content creators liable for FTX's collapse when they were sponsoring FTX?
That is
Pomp,
not
for
the
example.
same thing, bro.
I understand, but no. Well, it kind of is because they're using FTX as a business, right? That went under, and they're that's part of their business model. That's how they generate revenue. And you know what? Gemini, part of their business model, how they generate revenue, they offer those services. And you could say the same thing about a trading. What if somebody signs up for a trading app that we offer a link for, and then all of a sudden the app goes down and you paid for a lifetime membership? You get. I mean, do you hold them accountable? I think at the end of the day, it hurts your image, it hurts your street cred, but I don't think it's your fault. You just partnered with the wrong. You partnered with the wrong company, and it ain't a good look. And this is the history of business. You can look at it. You put some product on. You sell a television at your retail store, and it has a 3-year warranty. And then all of a sudden, the company goes under, and somebody wants to make out on their warranty, and the company's not there to replace it. Is that the retailer's fault?
I don't want to make out.
I'm just saying that it all falls squarely on Gemini, straight up. DCG, Gemini, you're the ones that took the money. You're the ones that locked up the money. You're the one that are responsible for giving back the money, not Gemini.
I think Gemini.
I think
Gemini deserves some accountability.
for the
I think it's
for
75.
offers. Okay, does
75,
let me ask
25
you,
Geminis are,
does Mark
DCG.
Cuban and the Dallas Mavericks have accountability for Voyager?
Bro, Mark Cuban did not have a platform where people deposited their money to.
He had an arena where he advertised.
Yeah, but
an
Mark
exchange
Cuban didn't
where
have an
people
exchange.
put money in.
Mark Cuban did not have an exchange and said, bring your money on my platform. I will lend it out. And on top of that, we promise to do due diligence.
Advertisement
And
of
look
Voyager was everywhere. And
dude,
you know
you're
what?
comparing a company that has a platform versus someone who's talking about a product or being affiliate to it.
Mark Cuban doesn't have a platform. The
Does
Dallas
Mark Cuban have an
Mavericks is not a
exchange?
platform?
Did he take people's money in?
His
No, he did not.
exchange that the
He
exchange
does not
that he
have an
promoted.
exchange.
But the exchange that he promoted did.
Yeah, he promoted it. He didn't have
I'm just
one.
saying that.
He didn't take
But
people's
you're
money
saying
in.
there shouldn't be any accountability for Mark Cuban.
Look, you're taking people's money into your platform and then
clearly
giving it to
says-
someone else.
It clearly says on the website that Gemini is responsible for the Earn program. It's not a surprise. It's not like people had no idea. If you wanted to use the Earn program, you saw that it was powered and facilitated by Gemini. And,
You mean
and it's-
Genesis, you mean.
Yeah, Genesis, excuse me. And so It's just
What
two
was
G's,
that?
bro. It's kind of, it gets confusing. But anyway,
Geminicis.
But here's the thing, man. They're providing a service for Earn that's not on their exchange, provided by somebody else. And you know what? If you have a business model and you promote somebody else's business where you can go lock up money in it, say Voyager, is no different.
I disagree.
I'm just saying the premise of it is no different. The accountability is no different.
If I'm telling you, hey, you have your money on my platform, use my product, my Gemini Earn product. This is my product. Yes, I outsource it. But guess what, guys? Every few months,
You remember-
we make sure that the people we're using are up to date. We make sure they're solvent. And you obviously didn't do that because back in July, you knew exactly what was going on.
You can pay for your you can pay.
Is that you doing it or is it not? It's you doing it?
That's a Rocco. So you can. Here's the thing. You can. Hadouken. Hadouken. You can pay for your popcorn, your beer with crypto, and it was encouraged to use Voyager.
Oh my God, bro. You're comparing apples to cinnamon.
Have apple cinnamon.
I love
oatmeal.
apples.
See, those go really well together.
Say opium?
Say the guy that put Doritos in the yogurt.
Yeah. I want to give a couple shout outs. So we got Magic Internet Money and his partner CVO Crypto in here. They have a channel called Leading Crypto.
We booked Magic. He was with us a couple days. Let's get CVO back on.
Yeah, let's get CVO.
Okay, real quick. We have Rod,
Oh,
Christian, Guns and Loaded, Stunning Crypto, Randy M. We got Neva C, Dan E. We got Brian M. Mangi C, Ethan Luck. To all of you, hola! Welcome to Sin City Crypto.
Guys, I'm going to do a few quick headlines.
Oh, is this like a turbo segment?
Turbo segment.
Turbo segment.
We're going to first start with FTX has recovered over $5 billion in assets. Bankruptcy attorney says.
Do you think they just like found a hardware wallet on the floor?
I don't know, but we have located over $5 billion of cash, liquid crypto, liquid investment securities measured at petition day value. It does not ascribe any value to tokens or holding of dozens of illiquid crypto tokens where our holdings are so large. FTT.
Hey, you know what? They
Solana.
had an $8 billion hole.
Well, they don't know.
$5 billion is that's a big that's a good percentage
Kevin
of
O'Leary
what's
is going to get his
insolvent,
money
right?
back first. So is Tom Brady. Also on FTX, they had an office across the street from the White House. This was interesting. That's closer than the Blockchain Association or
For
Coin Center.
some reason, I just feel like Sam Bankman-Fried was sitting at the window with the binoculars.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. What are they?
He's like, Sleepy Joe, wake up.
They're eating meat. No.
Sleepy Joe, wake up.
Throws a cucumber across the street. Eat this instead.
I texted you. Don't act like you didn't get it.
You're so stupid. Also, some good news if you're a Voyager person who had money locked on Voyager. Shut up, Siri. The deal between Voyager and Binance US was given the initial nod. There was a probe that people said, hey, we want to make sure it's something about national security. Well, the judge approved it. And so Voyager's looking to speed that up.
Hey, that's good for Voyager
That is
users.
good for Voyager
not
users.
good for our space. I feel like Binance is like a vacuum cleaner. He's just scooping up all the tokens.
Yeah, and you're still more confident in them than you are Coinbase. And finally,
They're the Dyson of vacuums, bro.
Hoover sucked everything up. Crypto.com to delist Tether in Canada. So Tether no longer will you be available to have it stored, bought with, or buy on Crypto.com in all of Canada. This stems from the Ontario Securities and Exchange Commission. They outlawed it essentially right here. Crypto.com has delisted USDT for use in Canada in accordance with instructions from the Ontario Securities Commission as part of our pre-registration undertaking for a restricted dealer license. Now, they could have just done it for Ontario, but they decided to do it for the entire country of Canada. What does this mean? By the end of January 31st, Tether will no longer be supported. So take your Tether out, convert it to USDC, because if you don't, they will automatically convert it. All your USDT to USDC. And with those headlines, my friends.
One last shout out to the chat. We got
Oh my God.
COD Daily, COD, or maybe it's Code Daily.
Call of Duty Daily.
But now it brings up an interesting thought here.
Yeah, we know you're
Is
talking
it
about
Call of Duty.
Yeah,
You know, because your boy straight hit it.
After a year,
500 wins.
after
Over 2.0 kill to death ratio.
even Kyler knows, and he's only been here for what 3-4 months. Kyler, you've been here for 3-4 months.
I'm a straight beast on the sticks, bro.
Oh, okay.
Actually,
Anyways,
keyboard and mouse.
we're also
And also, Fernando Sicko says, "Hola from Australia." Hola.
it's actually not a hola.
Good
It's a
day,
hola. All right, we're coming at you from down under. You know, I'm really good at accents. Maybe I'll showcase some more one day. Probably not because people are too sensitive. Anyways, that'll do it for the show today, guys. Make sure to go follow us on social media at Sin City Crypto 1 on Twitter. Also, go check out our merch store, not just Sin City merch, but general crypto merch as well. Rocco continues to add new stuff on there. He did add some new stuff. I believe he had a giant hoodie. The XRP hoodie was dope. If you're an XRP fan, you're going to want to buy this XRP hoodie. Also, go follow us on all the socials. With that being said, Rocco, friends, family, friends and family, and family of friends. We thank you guys so much for tuning in on this beautiful Wednesday. To our guest, AJ, thank you so much. Go follow him on Twitter. Also, on behalf of myself, Robin, Kyler, and the Don, Rocco Chini, we love you guys. We will see you tomorrow. Until then, peace.
Bye, guys. And just I want to thank Jessica for the
Oh,
sign.
yes.
Thank you very much.
Rocco. Yes.
Right there.
It changes. So Jessica sent us 2 like signs. One was the paddle one. Robin, hold the paddle up. And the other one was a light up one you see in the back by the basketball. So we got double like buttons. So Jessica, thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you. Reverse finger tornado. Whatever that means. All right, we gotta go. Bye. Love you.